Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Remember to like and subscribe, be a hero, join the party. You know you want to be part of this, these amazing adventures. I do plan to shove them all into a meat grinder one day, but don't tell the characters about that part.
Across our universe, a special significance is often bestowed upon the third planet from a star. Earth, Kepler 186, and Centauri Prom to name a few. In the Pathfinder universe, another third planet exists, the world of Golarion.
Golarion is a striking blue and green jewel against the backdrop of the void. Clouds of white and gray dance across its atmosphere, forming ever-changing patterns over the continents. Vibrant blue oceans reflect the golden sunlight, while its lush green landmasses are marked by vast forests, rolling hills, and towering mountain ranges.
Golarion is a world of contrast and complexity, from ancient ruins that hold undead civilizations to vibrant, multicultural cities of the living. Golarion is a place of magic and mysteries, where legends come to life, and a captivating narrative of cultures, ancestries, and histories weave an incredible tapestry.
Join us in the heart of the Pathfinder universe, a hub of magic and myth, where ancient gods and fabled creatures shape its destiny. Join us for tales of long-lost treasures, nefarious villains, and heroic alliances that will shape the fate of the world and become known as the Wayfinder Legends.
It totally means we must get serious.
Good, because we haven't been serious yet.
We're in serious danger. Let's talk about last episode.
Oh, man.
Now I will tell you.
I did not think you guys would get your butt kicked by running randomly into a giant bird turtle.
Birdfish?
Birdfish.
That's right. We've had to start referring to it as the birdfish because anytime we call it a turtle, Emily's science knowledge kicks in and she's like, real turtles don't work like that.
Yes, I have two turtles, so I don't know. But
Fear the mighty birdfish.
Wait a minute. You mean we could have brought the real turtles over and used them as minis?
probably would have been the right size.
Probably would have been right.
Just let them wander around the map. Well, out of the 18 points of damage that the party has taken, only 7 have been from it biting you. The other 11 were just people running into it. I shouldn't laugh at it, but I will.
And by people, we mean Boddy and Inara.
Yeah.
Mostly Inara.
Mostly Inara.
Most.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of damage, I'm sure.
She's in a lot of self-inflicted damage.
Yeah, I've taken almost half my life in damage.
She's gonna need more
Stupid
stitches.
birdfish. More what?
More stitches.
Oh, yeah.
More stitches. So we left off after Plame at the end of the round. And I should point out that the birdfish, it withdrew its head into its shell and retreated down into the water.
Now, how deep is the water? Is it?
5 foot. 5 foot at the lowest.
So it's not that far.
It's going to hit you
Yeah.
mid-chest to shoulder, depending how tall you are.
But the turtle thing is like barely under the water. Like you can see it to the surface.
Yeah. So we're back to the top of the round, which is you, Fawin.
Fawin, sensing that Inara is not going to back down from this thing, she is going to use an action to sustain the forbidding ward, which allows Inara to have a +1 to her AC. And she is going to try a different tactic here. She is going to use a 2-action daze on this creature and try to affect it mentally.
You close enough to do that?
It is a range of 60 feet.
Oh, so yes, you are.
So she's going to try to reach into the mind of this beast, of this animal, and daze it with a mental jolt, and I would need a will save if it's susceptible to such things.
It is. What's the DC on this?
17.
Oh. And that is a 7. That is 11.
So this thing is going to take... Oh, cheese and crackers. 1 point of mental damage.
But what else happens to it?
And that's it. Only if it critically fails.
Oh, if it critically fails.
Yeah,
it doesn't have additional things.
Yeah, and I got an 11, so it didn't crit fail.
So that's it. The sustained forbidding ward and the 2 action days, and that's Fawin's action.
All right, and Nara, you are up to bat.
So, last round, I believe Inara received some bleeding damage.
You did.
From trying to flip the turtle fish, or the bird fish turtle. So, does she take any more damage from that?
No. Benny's at the end of your
At the end of your turn,
At the end of your turn. So you will in just a second.
Okay, so Inara is gonna just swing her sword up and try and stab down at it.
Go for it. Now, it is a 19 armor class because the way it's all folded in there. Oh, no, wait, it's flanked, so 17.
That's a modified 26.
So close.
I rolled a 19.
She needed guidance. 1 point away.
Roll. That's a 6 because I rolled a 2 again on a d12.
Which by the gate.
It hits a spike and deflects off.
Is this shell kind of like sustaining damage as it goes?
Yes. Well, it has to. You have to bypass the hardness of 6.
Oh, the hardness of 6.
Dang it. I'm coming up with some, what I feel like is really dumb ideas in my head, but... But yeah, I'll just do another attack.
Go
for my
for it.
second action. -5, 14.
Oh, that will miss.
Okay. And for her last action, are there any big rocks or boulders?
There is some rubble around here because what happened is part of the foundation, part of the wall fell and the foundation gave way. That's what created this pool. So yeah, there's rubble and stuff strewn around the edge of the pool.
Okay. Last action. I'm going to move out of the water to the back side of that rubble.
So you're behind
Move
it now.
around behind it to where the rubble is between me and the puddle. And I believe that's it, because that's a movement action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so just as a rule explanation, Jeremy was saying that
After you take persistent bleed damage, a roll of DC 15 flat check to see if you recover from the damage. She gets 2 chances at DC 15 to...
okay, you can make a DC 15 check unadjusted for the bleeding to stop.
Does that have to be an action that I do that?
No. After you take persistent damage, roll a DC 15 flat check to
Okay.
see if you recover from the persistent damage. If you succeed, the condition ends. So this is the second time she's taken persistent damage, right?
Right, so she needed to have actually rolled before I assessed this damage. So we might do a little retconning. If you pass this one, then you don't take the full.
Okay, so
15
just a
or higher.
flat 15.
Just
no
roll
plus?
D20.
Okay.
No pluses, not.
First one I failed. This time I do succeed. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Right, so yeah. So you are below half now.
And there-
Luckily, all the mud you've been clumping around in has stopped up the wound.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can...
Might get infected, but...
The GM can modify that DC 15 based on like if you stop it with a bandage or throw some cloth on it or...
Yeah, so that is your round?
Yep.
Is that correct?
That's
All
it.
right. It is turtle time. Turtle's he's going to spin around. She has left the water, so he is going to go after Mr. Boddy. Oh, I rolled a 2. So that's a 10 adjusted. So just snaps right between your legs. You know what? He's going to try again.
Oh, great.
13 plus 3 is a 16. It clanks off your chainmail. And then as his third action, he just pulls back into his shell.
Ooh, thank goodness.
You're up, Boddy.
Okay, so this thing is no longer being flanked by anything. So
That is correct.
there's really no advantage for me. Buddy doesn't like losing that advantage that he wasn't even hitting it beforehand. He's not too happy about that. So these walls of these 3 alcoves, they're crumbled down to where will be rough terrain for it to crawl over it or us to jump over it.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna try to continue distracting it, but also try to lure it out of that water. So he's going to take a few steps back to where he came from, basically right next to Fawin.
So backing up from the 7 o'clock position, diagonally about 15 feet away.
He will, even though it didn't succeed with the hit last time, he did cast a spell. So he's going to use one action to channel that energy of that spell into himself. And he's going to gain Arcane Cascade, which gives him a bonus to damage when he strikes for the rest of the encounter. Whew. He has one more action left. He's going to use that to focus and recharge his spell strike. So
He's just powered up.
he's ready for a big whomping. And that's Boddy's turn.
Plame.
So I can't really see any of this because he's underwater, right? I mean, I can see
You
him,
can see him.
but you can't never. Yeah, there's still not much I'm going to do. He's still going to hold his actions. Okay, he's going to wait.
All right. Next, we're going to go around to Fawin.
Fawin is going to try a two-action daze attack again on this creature.
Okay.
Maybe getting a better mental focus on it again. So
All right. Just gonna
DC 17 will save.
nat 1.
That is a critical fail. So the damage is 6 points of mental damage this time. On a critical fail, it is also stunned 1, which means it loses one of its actions.
Oh, that hurt it. Because the shell has been absorbing a certain percentage of all the attacks. So that bypassed his armor. It is definitely hurting.
And then as my last action, I'm going to command Mesmer to come back over to her instead of standing there at the edge of the pool.
Oh no, it looks like the warg is unprotected. Boddy's so worried about the warg. Oh no.
Sorry, Inara. All right. Inara, you're up.
My turn. She's gonna try and push all this rubble into the water
Oh.
Oh, bury
on
it?
top of him. Yes.
Okay.
So how would I need to go about doing that?
I'm thinking some kind of athletics check.
Okay. Yeah, like the entire wall she wants to push,
Just push
all of
that
it
pile
in.
of rubble in.
Yes, and see if she can bury it under the water. Well, I got an 18.
So I would say you push a fair amount. You dump a bunch of rubble in it.
Is it buried? Under?
Partially buried. I mean,
Okay.
this thing is large. It's a large
Right.
creature. It's bigger than a human.
Does it look trapped?
Partially buried, but it could probably dig itself out.
Okay, so that was an action. Did I just ruin my capability to attack it?
You can attack it. It's going to have cover. It's got 50% cover. Plus 2 to armor class because it's now partially covered in rubble.
Let's just wait for it to plunge out of there.
Are you going to back up from it?
Well, I kind of wanted to see if there was anything else I could push in.
Roll me a
to, like,
perception check.
fully bury it. 23.
You realize there's something set next to you. It looks kind of like a birdfish, but smaller, with a hobgoblin on top. Right there where that second body was on the outer edge
Oh no.
is a small one.
Is it
And
a
see,
baby?
yeah.
Little baby.
You got a baby.
Well, Inara feels a wave of regret because they're murdering potentially the mother of this.
I
little
feel so
baby.
bad that you're about to become an orphan.
Does it seem like aggressive in any way, or it's just?
It has not been.
Would you say that one is medium size?
Yes, it is
then?
medium sized.
Okay, I will maybe take the body off of it and dump it in the water.
Okay. So you're going to use your action pulling this dead hobgoblin off?
Maybe the turtle will attack the dead body instead of us.
So that was action 2.
No, action 1 was pushing the wall in.
Yes.
Action 2 is a perception check. So you got to stop and look around, so you're done.
Okay. And you hear Inara go, "Oh, there's a little baby. We can take another pet home, guys."
Fawin looks at Boddy, who has now come over there and stood beside her, and Fawin, free action, says, "What is with that woman?"
She likes deadly animals, apparently.
We're not collecting a zoo. She knows that, right?
So, the birdfish is going to reach out from its shell with its head here, and it grabs hold of that dead hobgoblin on the back. It pulls its cloak off, and it's waving the cloak.
Oh.
That was unexpected.
Well,
First seen a bird wave the render flag.
Boddy is confounded by what he's seeing right now. Maybe it's because he thinks maybe it's because it revealed it's young and it's worried that we're going to kill it. I mean, it attacked us first, so
That is true.
Boddy kind of scratches his head and yells to the death turtle thing. Oi, can you understand what we're saying, creature?
What language do you say that in?
common, I guess, because he's not sure what to expect of this thing. I don't think I have any, weird birdfish languages.
Fawin says, "What are you doing?"
Boddy holds his hand out to Fawin and is like, look at it. It's waving that cloak. Could have picked up the whole body and waved the body if it wanted to, but no. Just the cloak. Maybe it's trying to signal to us. Better than fighting it.
Would this be an okay time to do a kind of a free action insert? Could Fawin try to talk as well?
Yeah.
And so she says in Draconic,
Who?
"Turtle creature, can you understand what we're saying?"
Yeah, it's looking at you.
Uh-oh.
That was creepy, she says.
Boddy, grabs Fawin's shoulder and points at it. Yeah, it heard ya. And Boddy just waits. He's freaking dumbfounded.
So Fawin, kind of inserting here free action, Fawin yells to Plame, "Plame, it's intelligent, it's smart, get back away from it."
Plame will look over it and fall in and kind of nod confusedly, but sure. And he backs up 5 feet, which puts him out of the alcove area and back into the main courtroom area.
So now it's down to Fawin. Yeah.
Down to Fawin. She'll turn.
Yeah, Fawin says, "Great beastie, we're just here looking for friends. We don't mean to cause trouble in your area. Please just let us pass. Let us withdraw," she says in Draconic.
It's going to drop the cloak and it pulls into its shell.
And then Fawin says to Inara, "Did you say there was a baby?"
It's not really baby sized, but it's smaller, so I think it might be.
Well, just back away from it. It's probably just a mother trying to protect its area.
I might have buried it in rubble, though. So I'm not sure if it's going to make it.
Pretty sure it's strong enough to get out of that rubble.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's survival of the fittest at this point.
So it just went back into its shell and it's under the rubble now. So
It's kind of like it's pulled back in. It's watching you guys.
What is the small one doing?
It's also hiding in its shell.
So she's gonna sheathe her weapon and attempt to pick up the smaller birdfish from the backside on the shell.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. As a 19 plus 7. So that's 26.
18, so yes, it is grappled.
So she's just gonna hold it up and kind of wave it at the bigger one. Look, I'm not gonna hurt it. If you just come out of the water and let us pass, you can have him back.
It's going to examine you for a second. Its head comes out. It's looking at you. It wheels back. It grabs something on the Hobgoblin and then goes and chunks it out of the water.
What did it chunk out of the water?
It looks like you ripped the pouch off his belt.
Oh.
It
Very
tosses
intelligent.
Toward us.
Yeah, in that corner right there.
Body.
Yeah,
Fallen.
this corner of the little alcove.
It's like, come and get it, bite.
Okay, so she's like, okay, this thing seems really smart. She's gonna just gently put the smaller one into the water.
It goes down to the bottom.
Well, that worked out better than expected. She's gonna go back around, untie Wargy.
Are we out of combat?
At this juncture, I'll say yes.
Okay.
Unless you guys just want to stay in combat.
I
No?
don't believe there was any combat. So you go
She's
inside?
gonna untie Wargy and then go back around towards Fawin and Plame. She is still kind of cautious. She doesn't want to walk that way with
Wargy.
so.
Alrighty.
And then come back around and say to Fawin, well, I think I solved our problem. You're welcome.
Fawin kind of raises one eyebrow and looks at Boddy and then looks back at Inara and said, "Yes, excellent work."
Thank you. I didn't know I had it in me.
Boddy, while Inara's untying Morgan and everything, he carefully steps inside where he can see the pouch. He uses Mage Hand to pull the pouch to himself.
Oh, nice.
Just not to tempt this thing, and then he uses Mage Hand to pull that cloak off that other one. That was off this Was that the same hobgoblin that was on the baby turtle?
Well,
those things, or
the cloak and the pouch are both on the big one.
the big one? Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so he yanks those two things. Looks for anything like a pouch like that on the other body of the other one, which is now also in the water.
Give me a perception check.
Yup.
You might be on the ground. She might have ripped it off its back.
That'd be a 21.
What? Where'd you throw it, in the water or on the ground when you pulled the other body off? Not body, but body.
Should do it onto the turtle, I think, right?
Kind of just, yeah, my goal was to bury it. So
Okay.
On turtle.
So, okay, you rolled a 21.
So it should be on top of the turtle, still stuck on a spike, hopefully.
probably it's stuck. Yeah.
No, all you see on it is it has some leather armor with some holes in it.
So yeah,
The pile of dead hobgoblins in there.
got the pouch and the
Don't say
cloak. I will use detect magic on that cloak.
It is non-magical. It's just an old cloak.
I look around the entire pit area with detect magic. Do I see anything?
How long does that stay active, by the way?
You know, it's a little different. Detect magic in 2e is kind of interesting. It says you send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. So I think it's instantaneous. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore magic if you're fully aware of, such as magic items and ongoing spells of you and your allies, which I do. You detect illusion magic that's lower level than you. So really, I'm just putting a pulse out to feel if there's any magic in the area. 30-foot emanation on me.
Oh, nothing new.
All right, I want to check out what's in that pouch.
6 gold pieces.
All right. And the cloak is just a nice cloak, or just...
It's just a nice cloak.
While Boddy is kind of doing all that, Inara is going to come up behind him and just put her arm out and say, hey, I know you just patched me up, but I got a hole right here, and a hole right here, and a bite right here. Do you think you could help me out?
He looks at it as his own like wounds and says, yeah, let's step aside and try to get patched up first.
Okay.
Even though this thing is nice to us right now, I don't trust it.
How long has it been? Has it been an hour since we did the last patch?
Probably have to wait an hour. No, this has been like 10, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's what I say is, it's going to be a minute before I can patch this up again.
I can deal with it.
We'll need to rest for a while.
So you guys are going to take an hour to lick your wounds?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what you got if you're sick?
I believe we're kind of on a schedule. I do have a health potion I could just take. I don't know where everyone else is, though.
Boddy says to you, I can't patch us up anymore for a little bit here. You might want to use that health potion you have.
Yeah, I can do that. She will drink the healing potion. I think it's just a basic one, so that's just a D8.
I think.
I rolled a 2. I don't know what's going on with 2s today. So I'm at 14.
Of 24.
Yes.
Okay. How's Boddy look?
He's at 11 of 18. Sorry, 11 of 19. Took 8. I think it's more important to heal her, probably.
So Fawin says, I'm glad you didn't kill it.
Yeah, I would have felt pretty bad, I think.
And she reaches into one of her pouches and pulls out another minor healing potion. And says,
Oh,
here, this will make you feel better.
okay. You're not drugging me, are you?
No. I mean, technically, yes. But it's good drugs.
Okay. She will down that one. I got a 7.
Nice. Boddy looks over at Fawin and says, got any more of those?
And Fawin looks at him for a long time and said, you've been incredibly helpful, Boddy. And this time, instead of a pouch, she reaches into her robe and pulls out another one.
Oh.
Where are you getting all that from?
So mechanically, the feat that Fawin took as a witch was cauldron. And once a day, she can make 2 oils or potions from things that she knows. Now, the thing is, she can only have 2 in existence. If she goes to make more, the others lose their power, lose their potency.
This is very much like an alchemist and money.
Yep.
That's cool. Boddy looks at it. He nods and says, I appreciate it. 7 points of healing. Maximize that.
Both of those were 7. She had a
good karma there.
Oh, yeah. So now you were only down 5, Inara.
Yeah, so I'm at 21.
And you're down 1 whole point there, buddy.
Yep. Down to 17. Sorry, down
So
to 18.
We're all pretty much good, I think.
So what's the move?
Nora's gonna take a minute to give Wargy a couple scraps of meat that she might have on her.
There are 3 doors over in the northwest corner and 1 door out to the west from the warg room. Do we want to go kind of to the northwest or to the southwest?
I think we need to go in the direction where we're supposed to go.
Are any of those hallways dark?
Well, I don't think we've opened those doors yet.
No, you have not.
Did the lady that took us here specify where we needed to go at all?
She did not.
Okay. In the meantime, Inara is going to approach Fawin and say, well, I don't know where to go. Do you know where to go? Because if you don't know where to go, then I don't know where to go.
I have no idea. The clumping of rooms over there on the northwest corner probably mean that a couple of them go into the same location, so we could kind of knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, more or less, if we start over there.
Well, I think, since I'm kind of like the leader here, you know,
Sure.
unestablished leader, but I will lead the way. We can go over there.
Fawin gives Boddy a knowing look and then looks back. I think you in the front is an excellent idea.
Perfect.
Roll me a charisma check. Diplomacy if you got it.
I got it. See, my diplomacy is +6. That's a 19 on the dice, so 25.
You're just too pretty. She can't not. So as you guys were discussing,
Plame's also very good at listening. I think it's the ears probably, but he might be really good to have him listen at the doors if he's inclined to do so. Where's he at again?
he is nowhere around.
Plame,
Oh no.
are you good at hearing? Can you hear me?
Other things might hear us too if you shout like that.
Then you'll see Plame come climbing back up to that wall.
He's out the window.
Yeah, he comes climbing into the window.
Did you miss the entire fishbird scenario?
Fishbird. Oh, you mean the GraveShells? No, I was there.
Wait, they have a name?
Apparently, according to Warble.
Warble.
Fishbird sounds cooler.
Fawin looks out the window.
She's just waving at you guys. And then she's like, got her hands up like, what's going on?
Boddy's ears go back and down and his eyes narrow, and he says, Warble knew these things were in here the whole time.
Yes?
She didn't bother to tell us
You
to
didn't
watch
bother
out.
to ask.
Well, could she bother to tell us where we need to go?
Oh, no, I forgot to ask that.
Are there any other mean uglies we should expect?
Yeah, something about a bed bug or bed, I don't know. Look under the beds. That's what she, no.
Bed
Be
bugs.
careful under the beds. That's what she said, yes.
Be careful under the beds.
Right.
Bedroom.
Those 2
cots.
things, but yes.
He looks outside to see if he can see Warble. Says, right, thanks for that. Very appreciative.
You notice she's petting one of the goblin dogs that ran off.
Oh, God.
She's sitting there petting one of them.
Plame, we were considering exploring these doors over here to the kind of the northwest corner. Would you want to maybe go listen to those? And then Inara's going to lead the way because she's the leader.
That's right. Come on.
What are you expecting the doors to say?
Well, you know, like beyond the doors.
Okay, sure. I can do that.
I'll listen to this door first. And is this one of the ones, since when I was scatting around the outside at the first, there were all the little holes in the walls, do I feel like that might be one of the places where there was a hole to the outside?
Not this one, no.
Okay. 16 plus 4 is a modified 20.
Okay, that's really good. You can hear the nothing. Not just some of it. You can hear all of it.
All the nothing?
All the nothing.
Doesn't sound like there's anything back here. So,
And then he'll step off the side, flourish, and say, after you.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And Plame said so.
Okay. Well, since I'm the leader, we need to establish like a second in command. Let's do that real quick. Who volunteers?
Everyone looks at
Boddy? I know you're not good at me.
You guys are a good team.
Right.
She bleeds, you sew. It's a good team.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever.
All right, you're second in command. So Inara will open that door, I guess.
All right.
Keep in mind, I am human, so I don't have, like, dark vision or anything. It's dark.
No, there is a tall, narrow window. Too small for anyone to get through. It's basically, or I should say, it's a series of slits. Too small for even a halfling to crawl through. But they would be really good for shooting out of. That's at the far end of the room, and it lets in just enough light you can kind of see what's going on here. It is a long room filled with rows of mostly empty bookshelves. It's remarkably untouched, though a thick layer of dust and the smell of mildew permeates in the air. You were standing at a door on the easternmost edge. It's 10 foot wide, 50 foot long, and it appears to be just rows of bookshelves running the length of the entire thing. There are two other doors, one on the north, one on the south, about 10 feet in from the far end. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there is a door behind you. When I say behind you, it'd be to your right, which goes into the office here.
Gotcha. Fawin immediately would like to perception check the room for anything that looks dangerous, unstable flooring or ceiling, and if that appears to be clear, when it's her time, she'll step in and look at some of the book titles.
Okay. The shelves are mostly empty. How long do you spend perusing this place?
Yeah, Fawin will spend 15-20 minutes as long as people will let her stay there. She'll look through stuff.
Well, Boddy's going to step into the room and do another pulse of detect magic, see if there's anything magical in the room.
Nothing in here? All right.
Oh, well, first.
I was just gonna say a modified 19 on the perception.
You do find, appears to be a couple companion books. They're probably copies of something simple, or small, thinner books. Mm-hmm. It seems to cover the history of the Order of the Nail.
More history books. Okay, should I take them?
Inara will step in, kind of look around a little bit too, and see if she sees anything.
Let's see. So from Inara's perspective, nerd stuff, book thing.
Anything.
Nothing I can kill.
Okay. So she's just gonna turn to Fawin and say, well, this definitely isn't, we're looking for beds, right? This is definitely not the right room.
Or how to care and train for your new warg. So give me a few more minutes, just to make sure.
Well, we've been spending lots of minutes. I think it's time to get a move on.
So how tall are the bookshelves?
We'll say they're about shoulder high on a hill.
So not like massive.
Not massive.
So you said it was a straight hallway that's like straight?
It's 10 foot wide, 50 foot long.
Okay. After Boddy checks for magic and there's no magic in the room, he walks over to toward the warg and kneels about 5 feet from it, 10 feet from it, and says, "Right. So are you old enough to speak to understand common yet?"
It just kind of has a low growl at you.
Gonna need more than that from you.
Kind of just tilts its head, backs up a little.
If you can understand me, step one step forward, please.
And
Fawin says to Boddy in Sylvan, have you tried Sylvan yet?
Can't say I know that.
Okay.
It's a warg. I don't know if it knows fairy languages.
So what are you trying to do?
Talk to your animal.
Oh.
So the daddy word, you spoke goblin, right?
Yeah. That's what he was cussing you guys out in.
Yeah, maybe it does speak goblin. So, Boddy looks at it again, says, well, let's try this again in goblin. He says, in goblin. Can you understand me, creature?
You see its eyes kind of narrow at you.
You're scaring him, Boddy.
And I say, you know this thing likes you. It's going to give you meat. Does that make you happy?
Nods its head.
Great.
What are you saying to it? What does she say?
Boddy gets up on it, stands back up and says, well, it understands goblin, so Plame and I can talk to it.
Does it understand me?
No. It doesn't. It does understand when you give it food.
You can understand me, can't you?
And Boddy says, no.
Should try speaking louder and slower.
Do you speak goblin?
No. I've never had the need to.
Right.
It looks like you may have to learn.
Yes, you could maybe teach me a couple words.
Yeah. Teach our illustrious leader some things,
I'm
I guess.
not very good at learning.
Well, do you want to talk to your animal or not?
No, I do. But I'm just warning you about my ability.
Gotcha. I think you'll be properly motivated.
So, Plame, what do you think? Should we? Everything seems to head west. Should we take these 2 doors at the end of this long little library, or step back out and look at the doors to the west in the bigger room?
I think we should look at that one door in the west.
So, do you just open the door, or what do you do here?
I'll take a quick listen.
Okay. Nope, not a thing.
So I'll go ahead and crack the door open and peek in.
Okay. All right. Rows of desks are bolted to the floor, though many of the cramped workspaces have been smashed to pieces or otherwise defaced. Wooden chairs have been thrown aside like discarded playthings. It's a clerk's chamber. So this would be for the minions who did all the paperwork.
The scribes.
Yeah, the scribes. It's a large room. It goes out all the way to the length of this one, and it's about as tall as that reading room there.
So 50 feet by, almost 50 feet.
Yeah, about 40 by 40 roughly. It's a little awkward shaped, and it has a door down in the south.
Boddy's gonna roll perception to see if he hears or sees anything dangerous in there.
No, you do not.
Rolled a 2 for a total of 5. Rock, it's safe. After Boddy listens and he does his perception stuff in there, he's pretty sure it's safe. So he walks right to the middle of the room. Anything happen?
Nothing much. You're just standing there in the middle of this room.
Detect magic. Pulse again.
Oh, let me see how that counts. Yeah, there's something going on at one of the desks.
Okay.
Something weird about one of the desks. Can't quite get a bead on it.
Boddy looks over toward the core and says, all right, something magical in here. To know if it's treasure or danger.
Well, when you start speaking, you apparently have upset something.
Oh, great.
So, what did you upset? Well, we'll just have to find out. Oh, of course. Wayfinder Legends is a production of Red Dirt RPG LLC, and all original characters and artwork are the property of their respective creators. The Age of Ashes Adventure Path was originally produced by Paizo Publishing, and all Paizo titles, characters, and artwork are used with respect under the guidelines of the OGL and ORC gaming licenses. If you like what you've heard, join the party at patreon.com, RedDirtD&D. You'll get additional content, Discord access, quarterly gifts, and more. Join the party at patreon.com/RedDirtD&D.
Oh my, I just looked at this card. The spell one on here is Exploding Skull. You must attempt a fortitude save. If you succeed, you take 3d6 mental damage. If you fail, your head explodes and you die.
Oh my gosh. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the spell.
Those are official Paizo
Really?
cards.
So don't fumble on spells, guys.
I hear warg steak works as a healing potion.
Oh, really?
I predict that this character's famous last words will be, "I'm gonna pet it."
So fluffy.
So lovely. Why does everything I love bite me? Oh.
This is Pathfinder, not Pokemon.
Gotta collect them all.
Gotta collect them all.
So we got Squirtle. What's the wolf one?
And Draconic Fawin says, "Great beastie, we offer unto you."
As a tribute to the creature.
No.
Obviously.
I'm not gonna hurt it. If you just come out of the water and let us pass, you can have him back.
No, we need just come. That's the outside behind you. We need to go explore more. Just come back this way. Just let it go.
So she just kind of waving the turtle around. How does it react?
Okay.
Say like, okay.
Well, this was unexpected.
Good thinking. Good thinking. That'd be a pretty good trade up from a warg pup to an intelligent, draconic-speaking turtle.
Who said wargs
Birdfish.
weren't intelligent?
I mean,
Not that one. That one's a dumb.
I'm not saying that wargs aren't intelligent, but like this turtle's a lot cooler than That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, you can't ride the fish turtle.
The fish bird.
Bird.
I mean, with the right saddle. You wouldn't have problems gripping, that's for sure.
Yeah, for all we know, it might fly. Shoot the rockets out on us and spin there. You bring them to all children.
Go.
Damn.
When you were out there, the blood left your brain, didn't it? It went.
No, he's the pretty one.
Full package check.
Too much information.
Nice.